Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readings by leonardmunson.net. The weekly overview: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, from June the 12th to the 19th, 2025. Let's talk about love and romance. Cancer, your solar sun is in the 12th house. The 12th house is Pisces. It's a house of closure, ending, letting go. Pisces represents all the astrological signs, beginning with Aries and ending with Pisces. Pisces is the oldest sign of the zodiac. Aries is the youngest sign of the zodiac. The 12th house ruling planet Neptune is in Aries. So Neptune deals with illusion, fantasy, head in the clouds, rose-colored glasses, illusions, fear, deception, lies. It also deals with your psychic ability. You need to trust your psychic ability in love. So if there's time for some action in a situation in love that you see that there's not anything there. They were pretending. They didn't care for you. With the sun in Gemini, Gemini represents all forms of communication, transportation, technology, mechanical things, siblings, short distance travel, public speaking, writing, publishing, research, investigation, advertisement, and secondary education, using your intelligence in love and romance. The moon is Sagittarius, so you're going to have to make some decision about taking a risk in a relationship that someone or other people are telling you not to do, but your own intuition is telling you to go for it. I'm picking up some jealousy here, Cancer. Mercury in Cancer, you'll communicate your feelings. So some of you are meeting someone and you're asking them what are they looking for, and they're asking what you're looking for and what they expect from you and what you expect from them. If it's not what you want, don't get involved. If it is, get involved. Venus in Taurus, okay? You have rose-colored glasses and blindness on the side of you. You're not paying attention to what's going on around you in a relationship. And now you're beginning to see it was not what you thought it was going to be. Mars, the planet of vigor, the force, the drive, the passion, the sensuality, the amour, the aggression. In Leo. So some of you in a relationship that has something to do with children. And because the relationship is not working for you two, someone is using the children as pawns to create stress and tension. Jupiter in Cancer is expansion, growth, abundance, blessing, truth, wealth, karma. If you're single, new opportunities for something substantial will come up, but you got to pick the right one because Jupiter goes into each sign every 12 years. So it has to grow. Saturn in Aries, that old foundation and the way you were thought and taught about love doesn't exist anymore. You're building yourself on a newer foundation. This is a different time. You're thinking outside the box and having open-minded. Uranus in Taurus, some of you in a relationship that it ain't going to work. You've been trying to try, and they said it's going to change and go right back to the same bull. Let it go. Pluto in Aquarius retrograding. When a planet's retrograding, it's moving backwards, reviewing when it is going direct. So whatever relationship that you're in, you're correcting it. So it's a lot of change, and it's going to happen very sudden. The North Node in Pisces, again, illusion, fear, doubt. These are the lessons you need to learn about love. You need to be more observer. You need to listen to what people say. And if their action does not match it, leave them alone. Living in Scorpio, if you're in a relationship that was supposed to be shared and it's not shared, and you're kind of pissed off about it, and you're tired of repeating yourself, you're going to leave it. Chiron in Aries, stop being the wounded warrior. Be a survivor. Stop coming out of the scarcity about love and be abundant about love, and you attract what you need to attract. The next sign is Scorpio. Scorpio, your solar house is in the 8th. The 8th house is you, Scorpio. The 8th house deals with abundance, prosperity, infinity. It also deals with strength, success, intimacy, shared resources, death, and resurrection. Rising from the ashes, transformation, and change. Now, the ruling planet of the 8th house is Mars. So Mars is in Leo. So Mars deals with the planet of the vigor, the force, the drive, the passion, the energy, the sensuality, the more, the aggression. So someone might be going through a separation or a divorce. And there's some issues here with children. And know that you got to be there. If you're a woman, to be a mother for your children. If you're a man, to be a father for your children. Now, the sun is in Gemini. Gemini represents all form of technology, transportation, communication, mechanical things, siblings, short distance travel. Publishing, writing, public speaking, research, investigation, advertisement, and secondary education. Some of you are snooping around and getting information on somebody that you are with, and the information is not pleasing to you, Scorpio. The moon in Sagittarius. Some of you are going to have to make a risk to either stay in this relationship or leave. Mercury in Cancer. You want to get your feelings taken care of too. I feel that some of you are in a relationship that you're giving all the feeling and the person is not reciprocating that back. Venus in Taurus. Some of you got rose-colored glasses on. Some of you are stubborn. Some of you got blinders on. And now you begin to see this relationship is not what you want it to be. Jupiter in Cancer. So if you're single, new opportunity, expansion of growth, abundance, blessing, wealth, the truth, and karma. But you got to pick the right one because only Jupiter goes in each sign every 12 years. Saturn in Aries, that old foundation about love is changing. You looking at it in a different way. You have an open-minded and thinking outside the box. Neptune in Aries, illusion, fantasy, head in the clouds, fear, lies, deception. So you're finding out about lies about somebody, and you're going to take action whether to stay or leave. Okay? Pluto in Aquarius, when the planet is retrograde, is moving backwards, reviewing when it's going to right, the mistakes. Some of you made mistakes in a relationship, and you're correcting it. The North Node in Pisces, illusion, fantasy, fear, doubt. These are the lessons you need to learn to overcome this, Scorpio, in this lifetime. Liveth in Scorpio. There's some intimacy problems here in a relationship. If they don't give you what you want, you're going to go someplace else. So they got to start giving you what you want. Chiron in Aries. Stop being the wounded warrior in scarcity. Be a survivor and abundance. The next and final sign is Pisces. Pisces, your solar sun, is in the 4th house, which is Cancer. It deals with roots, foundation, home, family, and security. And its ruling planet is the moon. The moon represents things coming to the head, things being revealed, releasing things. And it also represents things that have been withheld from you. The sun is in Gemini. It deals with all forms of communication, transportation, mechanical things, etc. The moon is Scorpio. Some of you are going to have to take a risk in a relationship that's no longer working for you. Mercury in Cancer, you're not getting your emotional needs, and you need to talk to this person that you're dealing with. If they can't give it to you, there's no longer be together. Venus in Taurus, rose-colored glasses, head in the clouds, fantasy, blindness on about a relationship, and you're seeing what it's really about. Mars, planet of vigor, the force, the drive, the passion, the energy, the aggression, the more. Something to do with divorce and children here. Somebody trying to use the children as a pawn. If you're single, Jupiter in Cancer, new opportunity, expansion and growth, abundance, wealth. Okay, karma, but you got to pick the right one. The old idea about love is being wiped away. You're building on a better foundation and open-minded and thinking outside the box. There's chaos in a relationship that you no longer want to get out of it. Neptune, there's some action that can be made in this situation.